Okay, so what is it? February 19th of 2025. As you can see, I'm getting on my uniform. Okay? Being that I'm a soldier out in the fields, right? Protecting the fort. Oh my God, where are my eye drops? Oh no! I remembered I didn't put my eye drops in yet. So before I go outside, because now it's like going on noon, okay? Well, what time is it, Andre? 12:03, yeah. So I'll be out there till about 6:30. I came in around 6:30 last night. It was already dark. I'm bumbling around in the dark.
There you go. Please make a box of macaroni.
Andre, I got it. Make it fast. But I lost my eye drops. I don't see my eye drops here, man.
Okay, no, I'll make a bagel.
Yeah, it's like, come on. Can you help me find my eye drops? Because, huh? That little white box. I don't see it.
These ones?
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Yeah. You know, because that pressure in my eyes are always high. Yeah. So, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in the zone of being a kid. Because when I was little, 8, 9 years old, 10 years old, as young as 8. I can remember as young as 8. Playing at the ocean by myself. Yeah. Chasing crabs. And little bullfish that were caught up in the rocks after the tide went out. In little pools, right? With the starfish and shit. You know? And the barnacles and whatnot, right? And I'd play out there for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours under the sun. Because my mom would say, go play. And that's where I'd play. Right? I lived in 2 locations where I could just go out my door and walk a little while, and I was right at the ocean. I used to run the breakers in Dallas, on Dallas Road. The breaker water, the water breaker. All the way down. I was 10 years old, I remember. They had snorkel guys in the water. And they came up with sea urchins. With all these little spiky things. And they gave me the sea urchin and they said, take it home. I did. Poor thing. It died.
Sea urchin.
Huh?
Sea urchin?
The sea urchin, yeah.
Those little spiky things?
Yeah. So,
I heard it.
but nobody, no, I was 10 years old, and you know, but when I was 8 and 9, right, my mom on the island moved this further up on the island, right, in Langford or someplace like that. I think it was called Langford, and she said, go play. And in those days, houses were kind of far and few in between. So in order to get to the ocean, I'd have to walk through a gravel road for trucks and whatever. Like, a good half an hour. That in the forest. Like, you have forest on each side. And then you have those, I don't know what they're called really, but the roads that are, like, they don't have gravel. Like, you know, they just, right? They go through between the forests. So it wasn't paved. Let's put it that way. It wasn't paved. And I'd walk all the way to the ocean. And that was up by the gorge, which is different than Dallas Road. Huh? I used to play at Dallas Road when I was 8, out on the rocks, catching bullfish, those little bullfish, and, you know, looking for starfish and just whatever I was doing, playing with barnacles and shit, under the sun for hours. Or I'd run the breakwater and run down all the way, right, and come back, and, or whatever. And then 2 times, well, I lived real close. When I was 8, I lived really close to the ocean, like really close, like for an 8-year-old to walk and go play all day, right? Because I remember as far back as 8. And then when I was going on 9, my mom moved us up to Langford. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, where houses were just starting to be built, in amongst the forest area where you have those roads where vehicles could go up and down but weren't paved, but forest was on each side of the road, and I'd walk through all that for a half an hour or whatever it was to get to the gorge, which was an inlet from the ocean where the water was coming in, and there was this one bridge. When you look over it, you'd see these big ass crabs, right? So I was always on the outskirts, on the bottom under the bridge when I wasn't looking over it, trying to catch those big ass crabs so I could, take one home to my mom and say, look what I found, let's have dinner, right? And I'd just run and play, just fucking play. Play under the sun, play at the beach, babe, just play. And then there, though, it went a little further because they were construction. What do you want? Are you just listening? That was my childhood. So if I wasn't walking to the gorge to go try and catch these big ass crabs or whatever I was doing there for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, I was going off with a little friend that was 1 year older than me, and I was 9, so she would have been 10, to a sand quarry. And that's exactly what it was. It was a sand quarry, a natural mountainous bed of sand within the area, as it, right? So we climbed to the very top of this sand quarry, and it'd be flat, and then you'd come to the edge, and if you stepped on the edge, it would break, and you would go down 200 feet all the way down, and you're just going down and down and down, so you can't stop, right? And then we'd be and then run back up and do it again, and run back up. It's amazing I never got buried in sand. It's amazing I never got eaten up by cougars, because there's cougars on the island, right? And I'm walking in between the forest on a gravel road to get to the ocean. And then when I was 10, we moved on into Victoria. But because I was 10 and my mom would say, go play, I had a little friend. And no, I was by myself still at this point. So I'd catch a bus and I'd go to the ocean. That's where I'd go. And that's when one day I was running the breaker water, right? And it's long, it's a long way, all the way out to sea. I could run all the way there and run all the way back. And, people would be fishing off of it, or people would be snorkeling. And this one time, people who were snorkeling, however I got involved with looking over the edge, and they came up and said, hey, do you want a sea urchin? We've got one for you. And I'm like, okay, 10-year-old kid, why not, right? I mean, I've already brought home starfish and all this other shit from back in the day or whatever, right? So yeah, like my whole childhood was at the ocean. If I wasn't jumping off of sand dunes, walking through forests, whether by myself or with a little friend. Yeah, so today I'm going to put myself in that mode, in that mind mode, because I'm going directly to, at some point, get muddy. Now, I should record it. I just left the camera in Mr. Lace's cat house and just stayed focused on what I needed to do, right? My son and I made a really good headway. I say we're at least halfway to my liking, minus what is being thrown out that I would like it not to be thrown out, but at this point I don't have a choice, right? Because it's just too much of it.
Liking is probably 25%.
Pardon me?
To his liking, it's probably just like.
Pardon me?
To Mark Haynes.
To Mark Haynes' liking?
Yes,
Oh, I don't know. He's still trying to take out more shit, and it's just okay. I don't want to talk about that because it's depressing. I told you, if he shows up tonight after work, I'm not saying shit to him. I'm just going to stay quiet, and I might even come in depending on how I feel, and he can just pick up where I left off and do whatever he's doing. We're doing two separate things here, right? Okay, so that's how I'm gonna. I don't want to say justify, but that's how I'm gonna. I'm going, cope with it? You got to find a way to cope with it, right? So what better way than put yourself in a child state where you're comfortable with, in terms of, when I used to play at the ocean, right? I mean, I'd go all hours, all times of the year. I'd go when it was cold, I'd go when it was hot, 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 hot. It wouldn't matter. My mom, go play. Where are you going? I'm going to the ocean. Okay. Well, just be careful. Right? Okay. That was my childhood. So there was times, like I'll give you one example and then I'm going to end it on this and then we're going to go outside. With my little 9-year-old friend. When I was living up in Langford. Oh, sorry, she was 10 because she was 1 year older than me and I was 9. We decided to go play at the ocean, to the gorge. We went to the gorge, so we walked through the gravel road, through the forest and everything, because, it was like a half an hour, 45-minute walk one way, right? And then we got there and we played all day, but it was not like warm outside. It was cold. So, of course, the water was colder. And children, they have a tendency to not care when they're in the mode, in the height of play, where, they'll freeze their fingers off and not realize that they're freezing their fingers. So anyway, we're playing. We've been outside for hours and hours. We got our fingers wet with salt water, whatever, right? That's how cold it was, eh? So by the time we got back, we were cold. Now, I don't know what my friend did when she got home, but me, I went into the bathtub with warm water. Oh my God, people. Oh, my body lit up with fire, right? Because you have to remember, like the hands and my feet and shit, like that kind of stuff, right? Where my body came into contact with that cold, cold, cold salt water. And it was, for hours, 4, 5, 6 hours wouldn't be unusual, or even longer for that matter, depending on the time of the year, right? And I came in, and the first thing I did was I went to go have a bath to warm up. That's how cold I was. But I didn't realize that, it's like hot and cold. You don't put them together, right? And never mind with, being, your fingers being saturated with salt water, your feet being, absorbing salt because your feet are wet by the time you get home or whatever. And yeah, so I got into that bathtub, man, and boy, oh boy, did it ever hurt. My fingers and hands, they went up on fire. My feet, maybe other parts of my body, probably because my whole body was cold. But definitely my hands and my feet, and I'll never forget it. And so even to this day, I tell Andre when he comes in really, 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 really cold, is that not true, Andre? What's the first thing Nana says? Warm up before you have a bath, because he comes in thinking he can jump in a hot bath and he's going to feel great. And I'm like, no, 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 no. Now, mind you, I was playing with salt water, but even still, you got to give yourself time to warm up. So I won't let him have a bath the minute he comes home freezing cold from playing outside. No, you have to warm up first, and then you can go have your nice hot bath. I don't care if you're playing in the ocean or you're playing in the yard. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So that's the mode I'm going in with when I go outside. I'm going to pretend that I'm at the ocean, and that it's a feeling that I'm comfortable with in terms of I don't mind getting cold and I don't mind focusing on the nitty gritty of whatever it is that nitty gritty shit that I'm doing. In this situation, it's scraping up mud and picking out the garbage, but in the mud as best as I can see it, because I can only see certain shit, right? And then taking that mud, scooping it up and putting it in a bucket, and then walking off to the compost box and putting it in the compost box and spreading it around as I'm out there grabbing, some weeds and whatever else I can, that kind of crap that, I never got to pull this year, right? Last year or whatever. And put that on top. So, right, and, keep the good fight with the compost and throw in a few apples in there that I don't need so that, somebody's going to get some dirt at some point. But it all turns into good dirt. Right? As I layer cardboard in between. And anything else, broken branches of those pine needles. Although the pine needles, I might do that today. I might start scooping up on these pine needles. I have to feel, and this is pathetic, I have to feel before I start scooping up the pine needles with my hands to see if I came into contact with raccoon shit that's hardened. Okay? And if I feel like that's what I'm touching, because I can't really see it, I will just avoid it. But if it feels like it's all just nicely pine needles in this one little spot, then I'm going to scoop them up And I'm going to put them in one of my buckets. The buckets that the city of Surrey, my landlords, and whoever else, my son, I don't care, want me to throw out. But I need them for these pine needles. Okay? And then I'm going to take those pine needles and I'm going to walk over to this little garden box and I'm just going to sprinkle them in there. And then I'm going to do it again. And then I'm going to walk over to that little garden box, assuming that it's still there, and sprinkle it in there. Yeah. And then when that's under the tree. But when I go outside, into the mud, under the rain, and those elements, I'm going to go back into my child state and remember playing at the ocean for hours and hours and hours and hours. And, you know, wasn't so bad. Those were good memories for a kid. If everybody could have memories like that, life would be a better place, you know, in general, right? So I'm going to go play at the ocean. And actually, you know, that's not lying, because a lot of the rain that comes down comes in with salt water, eh? It does. You can smell it on certain days. You can really smell it. And you can see it. But worms also come in on the rain as well, right? Because, you know, water is a conductor for worms, but definitely salt water. Oh yeah, it comes in. It really does. So I'm going to go play at the ocean today. And I'll bring out the camera and we'll see where I start. Alright, so I'm getting ready now. We'll wear this hat today. It's cold. I got the door open and and I'm freezing. I got a t-shirt on, my old t-shirt, the one I wore yesterday, my dirty t-shirt. My dirty black hoodie with this green thing on, zipped up. This little black hoodie can go over this. See? I lost my scarf outside, so I don't know where that is. But it's okay. I'm gonna go play at the ocean. Have some fun. Like the good old days. Now that's the good old days, people. Andre says, "Oh, Nana, it sounds like you had a great childhood." I said, "Yeah, you know, for what it was worth, right?" I mean, what else were you supposed to do, right? When your mama said, "Go play," she knew where I was going, but didn't bother her, right? Because you know why, people? Because I was a responsible child. That's why. You know, I didn't go out and cause trouble, and I kept to myself, and well, I didn't do foolish things. She trusted that I'd be okay, and I was. I always came home. And over the years, while working in this yard, doing the things that I've done, working with the grit and the rocks and the sand and all that other fucking crap, it helped. It really did. Because, you know, squatting, yeah? Because I'm going to take you out there, I'm going to bring in the camera, I'm going to show you how I'm squatting on the ground, cleaning up fucking landfill and whatever that's there, so I can expose the walkway, right? And make it nice for them. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Yeah. And once I get out there, I won't come in until dark, which will be probably about 6:30. 6:30. Yeah. Because who wants to come back? I told Andre, you're not going to see me now. I'm outside. I don't want to come in dirty. Just, you know, that 1 extra hour of being dirty is 1 extra hour less of work, right? Because it's too much. You see, that's the thing. You could live outside and it would still never be enough, right? And that's the point of this shit now. Now, I'm sure my boots are wet, and I don't want to wear wet boots, so we need to find a different pair of boots. And I don't know. I don't see anything here. I know I have them. I just have to find them. Oh my god. What's this? Feels like a work boot. Is this mine? Maybe this will work. That's a nice boot. Where am I? There we go, wandering eye. I think those are mine. Andre, maybe these are your boots. I don't know. Come and find my other pair of work boots. Hold on a minute. Do you see how I'm going this way? With the eyes? Where's the camera? It's over here.
Which one do you have?
Well, okay, so what we're gonna do here is, I don't know where are these ones. They're all muddy. Why are we not surprised? We're just gonna go to the back, see what's going on, right? And just do a little yard check all the way. We'll go to the back, work our way back around, right? I'm so tempted to go look for that little gray planter box. I wanted to save it for Leia May. So when, you know, the kids came by with Tisha, I thought Leia May could plant something in there with Kyrie. But my son, I don't know. I told you, he's you know, some of this shit that he's doing, I swear, he's doing it out of spite. Yeah, I'll show you, I'll explain to you why. Spite. Like, I feel like he's being spiteful. And, you know, that's another thing. These people who gang stalk you, that they get the family members fighting and resentful against each other because of finger pointing and all this other crap and having to do things that they don't want to do and blah 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 blah, right? So he's like, you know, he's purposely going out of his way to be spiteful. And I'll give you an example the minute we get outside the door here and I start walking and talking. Okay? Am I even putting this on the right foot? Fuck, I'm putting these things on backwards, man. Oh, shows you. Oh, yeah, what is that, a Charlie Chaplin? Okay, so now I'm a Charlie Chaplin. There you go. If you didn't grow up by a ocean like I did as a child, just pretend that you're Charlie Chaplin, right? And he got through life, so if he can get through life, you can get through life too, with your shoes backwards on. Yeah. What's the matter with Mom? She's got her shoes on backwards now. Clearly she's got dementia. She doesn't even know how to put her fucking shoes on anymore, right? Yeah, okay, motherfucker. Okay? Yeah, I had it on the wrong foot. Go figure. Oh, my Lord. See, this is when I suck up the camera time. With foolish talk. Like this. Come on, get in there. All right, get mud all over your floor. Everything you like. Yeah. So the city guy can come and say, why is there mud on your floor? Well, I don't know. You tell me. Maybe because you had me in there out there playing in it. Not for a day, but for like weeks. Huh? Oh, well, maybe it might end up being months yet. We're not out of the woods yet. But then you see, I don't mind being in the woods because that's what I used to walk through. That's what I used to walk through on a regular basis, week after week after week after week. Whether going to the ocean from 2 different paths or to the sand quarry so I could get a free ride going down the hill when the cliff broke because I bounced on it. And then the sand would release and away you go. Yeah. It was fun. Oh, it was so much fun. You can't even imagine how fun it was. Yeah. So, that's what I'm going to do. Go play. Oh yeah, there's a big chunk of fucking mud on my floor. Look at this. That was the last time I was out with this crap. Yeah. I doubled up on the socks so it's nice and snug. But now there's something underneath my heel. Oh no, I can't have that there. Oh my Lord. Suck. It needs to be pulled up or something. Come on, bitch. Oh no. Something else. Oh, it's the lining in the shoe. Can't have it curled up underneath you, right? Gotta be flat. Loosen the boot. So yeah, when you get to this point, last thing you want to do is come in early. No, not when you're outside. And that's how you get into those 12-hour days. You start at 10 o'clock in the morning, and you finish at 10 o'clock at night in the summertime! Yeah! Because every hour counts when you live in a yard. I'm just saying. And I used to do a lot of fucking 12-hour days. Trust me. In the blaring sun. Which, if you want to take it back to my childhood, I suppose, wasn't so bad because I used to play at the ocean for hours and hours and hours under the sun. Yeah. So, and when in doubt, if you don't got memories like that, just put yourself in Charlie Chaplin's shoes. And if he could get through life, so can you. Right? Okay. Oh, wait. No. I'm not quite done yet because my hands are already cold. So we got to put on these gloves before we go. So, rubber gloves. Normally I roll all this shit up and I wear my workman's jacket. But I'm not in the mood to be rolling up the sleeves. Because with that jacket, I like to roll up the sleeves. And, what do you call it? Shit, now, what do we got? Got my stuff. This jacket has zippers and pocket. So I can put glasses in my pocket just in case I need them. But it looks like I've already lost them. Yeah. Oh, joy. Oh, come on, man. There we go. On the floor. Getting all scratched up. Dollar store glasses. Put them in that pocket with that little key for the little shed. And then now we're gonna put, okay, and then you got my snot rags when I'm not. Right. I'm not one of those ones to, and then, although I do spit sometimes. But I will go, I'll plug one nostril and then into a bush or something. And then into a bush. Or I try and find a somewhat clean spot that doesn't have a bunch of mud all over it. And I try and just ignore it, you know, and brush it off a bit. But it keeps running, eh? You know, what are you going to do? Alright. Okay, so I'm going to put these on before I go. Because my hands are already cold. Yeah. Andre's got some good gloves. He got them from Home Depot. I actually really like them. But I like to have these inside first. I told him after everything's all said and done, you know, he can go with Jude to Home Depot and pick up a few pairs. Because I've worked with a lot of gloves. These kind don't last very long. I go through them when I'm out there working. I go through them like water. Water! Yeah. It's gross. Where these ones, the way I got it, I don't know, I like it. And they don't, you know, they're a little damp because we didn't dry them properly. But yeah, no, this is great. I like this. This works good for me. But it gets grimy. If you notice, I didn't rinse them off. I told Andre when I get in tonight, what do you call it? We'll rinse them off. And then we'll put them someplace where they can dry. Because I'm going to try and come out tomorrow. I'm going to try and get outside every day. Until I just can't do it no more. Yep. Whether it's for 5 hours, 6 hours, even if it's just for 2 hours. But I would rather do the 5s and 6s. Right? Because you're already dirty. You know what I'm saying? They got me doing dirty work. And my son. But my son comes home from work already all dressed up with his gear. And he, you know, so, you know, he's a little more, well, insulated from whatever. Plus, he's not on his hands and knees at the ocean. Yeah, taking out other humans' garbage that floats in off the fucking water here. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's go. I think everything is good now. All right, I locked the door, Andre. Andre, I may need you to come and put this camera and plug it in or something for me. I'll let you know. Once I get out here, I'm gonna work. I won't be recording very much. Okay, I'm gone.
What? Camera.
Can you move my shoes? Go put them someplace where they can dry. Yeah, come on. Okay. All right. Yep. Okay, is this recording? Can you tell me if it's recording? Yeah. I can't see.
Yep.
Is it, when you gave it to me last time, you gave it to me like that. Can you next time pay attention, make sure it's like that? Okay, all right. Okay, I'm off and running. Okay, I love you. Okay. All right, people, so let's take a look at this first. No, I don't have my glasses on, not that I could see much. Oh yeah, remember I was telling you he's getting spiteful? He's getting spiteful. He took my planter boxes from here. He threw them in there. And he took the one from here too. And he threw them in there. Because I brought to attention to him yesterday that he threw out a perfectly good planter box that was nicely painted, in good condition. And he threw it in here anyway. I can't see. I don't know what else he threw in here. I kind of know what he's been throwing in here, but I don't see the planter pot. I mean planter box. But I feel like he did it out of spite. I do. Okay, just go slow. So what we'll do is we'll go to the back. So he threw out 3 of them. Oh no, here it is. Hopefully he'll leave it. Okay. Alright. I don't know what he plans on doing here, but bluebell, crocus shells, other flowers come up. You can see how he plans on managing it. I don't know. We still have to move that, right? So that still needs to be done. But he did chop down all the twigs and everything. So he's made some really nice mulch, so that whatever's there now can go on top. And what's underneath it is really well enriched soil. When the Punjabis lived over there, well, they didn't live there. They used the garage for their kitchen, for their Kelsey schools and all that other stuff. And they used to give me their scraps, you know, onion peels and all that crap, right? And oh boy, I spent like all summer building this up underneath with that stuff. Oh man, it's going to be, that soil underneath is going to be so nice. You don't even know. So, that's if you like dirt that lives. If you like dead dirt, well, just come to Surrey and look around for the city bylaw officers, and they'll make sure that you find what you're looking for, and they'll give you at a premium price. I'm just saying. Okay, so this, you know, like, I don't know what he plans on doing with it. Right, this is a white oak tree. I don't know if it survived or not. Stuff like this. Well, this is like all rocks. Hey, he's going to throw out all the river rocks. He's going to start throwing out river rocks. Or maybe he'll use it for something if he's smart. Right, in terms of keeping weeds at bay. This, same kind of thing, but shit like this, you can throw it back in there, right? I tried to tell him to do it, but, oh no, they don't want this no more. It's not a sign of the times. It's not aesthetic. And I'm like, no. Just put it back. It's not a big deal. Because those extra ones came from under the sand. Alright? I already did this, but I burned out. He said, the city wants all these gone, so my son said he's just going to empty them all. And then he'll check out the planter pots, whatever. This here is gravel, because here we have a drainage problem. And I did attempt to try and start digging it out and running a walkway, a brick walkway, brick stairs, right? You know what I'm saying? But I didn't want to go off and buy or whatever, and I would have laid with the gravel, the sand, the rocks, whatever, a nice cement walkway. These are nice. People pay good money for this shit. All this can be just emptied in here, and if I ever would want it or would need it, you can find it. If I say that to my son because I suggested it to him, he'll get insulted. Oh, fuck you. I'm going to throw them in the pond and bury it up with a bunch of dirt, and you can have your little herb garden, Mom. I'll be like, no. I think I still want to kind of like maybe let Andre try and put the pond in. If it doesn't work over the summer, we can dismantle it. And then we can put it in the fucking herb garden. Not a big deal, right? Children only have so many times to play at the ocean. Some children never get to play at the fucking ocean here, people. At least I had the opportunity to do so. Okay, what did my son do here? Well, it looks like he took the hay. Well, that's smart. So he did the right thing here. I give him credit for this, because he emptied out one bin of hay. This is hay, and he covered it over, which is great. I'm proud of him there. All right, it shows me that he's thinking about something in terms of gardener, right? Gardening, feeding himself, growing food, replenishing the land, right? Nurturing the land, being the keeper of the land, right? Okay. And then of course we've got these things, right? Because this is another garden bed. So a lot of this shit here, he's gonna have to buy some wood, build himself a nice, secure. See, he took away the border. He took away the rotten border that had been in the ground for years and years and years and years, threw it in the bin, and now all that dirt, if he doesn't fucking put another border in there, is all gonna start spilling out over this way. If he was smart, I guess he's gonna have to go to, what is it called? Home Depot, go buy himself a 2x6 or a 2x8. I'd go a 2x8. I don't know if you can do a 2x10. A 2x10 would be better. One here, one along the fucking, well, the whole thing. Just go all around. 2x10s all the way around. Wow, that'd be great. And then he could empty all this into a nice garden bed, and then do something similar to prevent weeds from coming up. Okay? I don't know if he's, well, yeah, this is a really nice compost box. Am I hearing somebody or something? Oh, a bird maybe. Because when you're doing shit like this, it's nice. And when the dirt, after a couple of years, you get down deep and, right, oh man, it's really nice. He wanted to keep the pipes because he wants to try and fix the freaking gutters. He's not asking my landlord to do it. He's trying to figure out how to do it for her with these broken pipes. Whatever, but the city doesn't want it there. So I guess he's waiting to discuss it with the city. All the play gear for my grandkids is gone, in terms of the big play outside, climbing in, little slide. It's all gone. So, but my son wanted more space, so I'm sure he'll make it nice in here for himself, right? Which will be good for him, because he needs to relax. So, that's the only thing I got to say about that. Now I got some brown tarps, so I'm going to give them to him, and he can cover that up with brown tarp, and that will even look better. Okay. All right. So I got to be careful, right? Just give me some time. This is, remember I told you? Under my landlord's bathroom? Like the cement bathroom floor? It came back to freaking haunt me. Fuck, man. That's where those metal sheetings are. Underneath in there to keep the rats out. I haven't opened this for a couple of years. It should be interesting to see how rodent proof it really was. If I was to say if anything got in there, it would be a raccoon. Because that would be the kind of environment a raccoon would love to nest in. But I said to my son, well, work on clearing it out. It has non-profit stuff in there and stuff, right? And some children's Tonka trucks and stuff for Kyrie. So I said to my son, come spring, we'll start working on clearing it out completely. All right, give it a good wash, and you can have it. Yeah, you can have it. So, of course, this will be held against us. That's routine maintenance. All right, y'all. This is all the metal that he's basically gathered up that I collected over the years, I suppose. for various reasons. Yeah, but this is important to either use as a gutter on the greenhouse. I can't argue with him. I can't suggest it to him. It would be the best thing to do, but he won't listen to me because he thinks I'm bringing a heat score to the property. If I say, no, we need to keep that to run the greenhouse, to run a gutter on the greenhouse, it would be so simple, right? To just attach it on and put the freaking plastic over top of it where the water runs onto that and then out the drain, and you can collect it or whatever. You see, I have no voice here, people. This is my house, and I'm being trashed. Completely fucking trashed here. Okay. I'm debating about whether taking these back, because these are planter pot flower. If anything, I should put them on the road if I don't want them. I do want them, but you know, I'm so beaten down, honestly. I'm so beaten. This was to make a pond or do something with the greenhouse, but besides that, who cares, right? You know, one man's junk is another man's treasure. Oh no, you see, I need this. He doesn't use this, but I do. I'm the one that's the grunt that does the groundwork that needs it. Like, fuck you, Marcane. That's what I mean. City told them to get rid of everything, so they're getting rid of my tools. I'm gonna put these on the road for somebody else. Okay. This is really good rain-proof wood. They want us to clear out the garage. Looks like it flooded, people. It flooded. Look at the water line. It flooded. The fucking garage flooded. Look how it's flooding in here. Do you see the water line? You know, oh my God. It's because that seam up above, up there, is leaking like a sieve. But it looks like the water came in a lot. So that we're having problems with the drain still. Yeah. This drain. Right there. Okay. Anyway, we're going to give this to somebody. Oh, don't be too fast. All right. Okay. I love that tree. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's a wonderful tree. Okay, so let's go put these out on the road first. I rescued my rake. Now I have to hide my rake. I know it looks beat up and broken, but for somebody that's squatting down on the ground, cleaning mud, and whatever's in the mud, it works for me. Yeah. I don't know why I have so many bins now, unless my son, because I had extra back in the day. Back in the day when all the homeless people were running around with them. Okay, so let's put this right here. Yeah, I put that thing there, but somebody didn't take it. It's for dog or cats. Maybe they don't know. Maybe they don't know what it's for. We'll see what happens. See which one goes first. Where's my camera? Oh, there's my hands. There, do you see? Which one do you think people will take first? I bet on that one. All right. Okay. I feel the rain. It's just a drizzle. It's a feeling I'm familiar with. It just takes me back to the ocean, freezing my ass off, not wanting to go home. I'm being a naughty girl. I'm going to stay out longer than I'm supposed to. Right? Right? I'm just saying. Okay. So they got rid of some planter pots. He said the only reason he's not moving the big ones is because they're big. Oh, okay, thanks a lot. Even though sometimes some of these flowers that come out of them are really, really nice. Oh, he took out the middle one here. He ripped up that. You can see the remnant left behind. It was one that I had built. He fucking ripped it up. So here, I guess this is going to be dirt with some flowers. You can see there's some kind of bulb or something in there. Right here. No, it's a nice river rock. People pay good money for river rock. But he can throw some dirt in here and throw some flower seeds in there and maybe they'll grow. Okay. Like I said, I would like to give Jude and Andre the opportunity to work on it. Make it nice and secure. Right? Even if they get half of it done or whatever. And okay, so I can see what he's done here. He's taken some of the greenery, broken it up, and spread it around, or at least it fell down. It looks nice now. I like it. Looks pretty good. All right. Now we are on the walkway that I did all these. Right? How many did I make? See, they let me be out there making this shit. This is when I bought my cement. I made my wood frames. I poured the cement, and then I let it dry. And then I brought the cement slabs over here, and I laid them down. So let's count how many I did. So we can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I got a little creative, because I had 2 different sizes. And I started adding them in there. 5, right? 6, 7. And then we got all these little ones in here. A lot of them I found, no, I made this one, right? So some of these maybe I made. And if not, I found them, right? Over the years, see? This all, right? This was all sand, people. Sand, gravel, rocks. You couldn't walk on a nice fucking walkway like this, okay? Some of these rocks he's wanting to throw into there and throw a bunch of dirt on. No. This is where you want them, okay? But don't say that to him because he'll accuse you of going northwest. Yeah, and trying to cause a mutiny or something. So anyway, the wheelbarrow's up for debate. This all still needs to be moved. Somebody's gonna score on this shit. Because it's not weather worn, I can tell you that fucking right now. No. Nope, because I had them tied up against the house. Right? In case we needed them for drainage problems, which we do, where I just showed you. We know he ripped that shit up. Right? This still needs to be taken out of here. It looks like he's already emptying. I don't know what he's doing. Okay, this is, yeah, look at this. Like, this is fucking nice. Like, real fucking nice. Why is it even here? This is cream it. Do you know how expensive these things are? Like 60, 70 bucks. I'll put it in the fucking greenhouse, man. Like, why did he put it there? Was he gonna trash it? Or maybe he'd give it to somebody. Mom won't notice. Mom won't care. Mom doesn't have the right to have anything. Okay, I need to put this in the greenhouse. Let's go to the greenhouse first. So the path is opening up. So we're kind of working around a little in here. I put that in that to protect the wood and keep it dry. But he's already in here fucking pulling shit out. Okay? Like, seriously, man. Because they've given him permission to be a demolitioner. Destroy your mother's shit. Go nuts. Yep. Be disrespectul. Oh, wait. No. Oh, my God. I gotta hide that, people. He left it. Oh, my God. Oh, I so wanted a little mate to maybe have a chance to plant some flowers or something in it. Kyrie. Oh, yeah. I'm so happy now. I forgive him. Not that I had anything to forgive. Right. What is moving around in there? Oh my God. That's where I'm going. In there. I'll work a little bit in here first. And then get back on the ground. Like in here. Okay? I have to come in here. Because I didn't come in here and take all the... I'll show you. I put these here to put in the greenhouse. Because I didn't come in here. You see? This is what I do. I'm squatting. Okay? Where to put this camera? I don't know. see. Let's see. I don't want to blow out the battery. It's gonna go on me. Something's gonna go. You know how this camera rolls. It'll be full with SD card, or it'll be, what is it called? See, my son doesn't do this. He doesn't do this part of the job. Okay, there, you can see, I stood up. Now, I just had that rake. I have a smaller one, but I don't know where it is right now because you know how it goes. So, before I get my fingers too dirty with the mud, oh my lord, what the hell did I do with that rake? Oh, there it is. This is, I have a smaller one, so I should look for it. Where's the camera? Right there. I have a smaller one, so I should look for it. For me, this works. That needs to be repaired. Alright. If I want to, if I'm not using my hands. Alright. Because you have to get in here and, you know, pull things. Right? I don't know what that is. Looks like some kind of rope or something. So I'll just hide that. Assuming that my son doesn't come in here and fucking take this shit out of here. Like, seriously, man. So stupid. So stupid. You don't even know how stupid this shit is. Now, I don't know what he's going to do with these planter pots, but if he leaves them alone... Where's the camera? Sorry. If he leaves them alone, you know, if I'm out here and the trees are dying because they didn't get enough water, or maybe somebody came and fucking poisoned them, for all I know, because that wouldn't be the first time that shit happened. I just take out the pot. That's it. And as it is, the way they're growing right now, it kind of ends up becoming a little mini forest. It does, it is. It's like a little mini forest going on in here. I'm so proud of my little trees. Right? Okay, so you can see why I would want this, right? You can see it, right? Does my son understand that? No. No, he doesn't, people. Does he respect my issues? No. Anyway, okay. And then, yeah, you're into mud here. I wanted to, honestly, I wanted to, now my hands are, and I won't. Let's play in the mud. I wanted to, what do you call it? See, I laid this here too. These ones, okay? Goes all the way up into here, a little bit up over there. But it needs a piece of board that my son is throwing out to repair this so the dirt doesn't fall. But I guess I'm going to have to buy new shit, which I will. And Andre can put it in there with Jude. Assuming that my son doesn't come and bust everything up. Okay? It's not a very big walkway. It goes just right to there. Somewhere up in there, right? But this part here, I never did it. I don't know what I was thinking when I took it to a curve. But for what it's worth, I wanted to put another half in here. Will I do it? Probably not. Because my landlords don't respect me. And they don't appreciate what I've done for them. For whatever reason, they seem to think I have to give them my blood. And anything else that pertains to handing your life over to somebody. Yeah. For whatever sick reason they want it for. Okay. Now I did start working a little bit in here. So I'm going to actually start grabbing some of this shit because there's chicken wire in there. Contrary to what people are saying, it's still useful in this yard. Stuff like this should have went out in spring cleanup. But we don't have spring cleanup in Surrey. What we have are gang stalkers that like to use people's vulnerabilities to exploit them for fucking profit here. So you can see I started gathering up what should have went into annual spring cleanup. If we would have had an annual spring cleanup, this stuff wouldn't have been piling up in my fucking yard. Okay? It's just like I said, you're only allowed to throw so much wood into the garbage. Right? We could have got a bin, no problem. But no. No. So did you hear the rain? So isn't it interesting? It just started to rain. Guess where I am? Under a tree that's slated to be cut down and not replanted. Yeah, because they have no inclination to replant these kind of trees because they have medicinal properties in them. Nope, and they're expensive to buy it as a property developer, that is. Right? So stuff like this I like to use, to keep. The only way I can keep it, probably. Do you see the conditions I'm having to work under? Do you see this? Okay? Where's my hand? Oh, my eyes are really doing good. God. There we go. Do I have this on Zoom or something? Oh, I do. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to do that. Oh, God. Oh, well. But do you see the conditions I'm having to work under? Hey? Now, you could be a Charlie Chaplin and just get through life. Or you could put yourself in a play situation where you don't mind getting cold and wet and damp and whatever because you're with nature that just flew by. How about that? Huh? That bird sounded pretty cool, don't you think? So I think because it's raining now, like I said, it's kind of coincidental that the rain should be coming just as I'm standing under what we call her, Lucy. Lucy! We're standing under Lucy, and Lucy's providing protection for those that love her. And now we're in my lovely greenhouse, and you can hear the rain. See, it needs new plastic and stuff, right? But that's a given, right? So, yeah, we're in here, but I'm not staying in here. Hold on. Okay, there's something moving in there. Now, apparently Mickey did come outside. So, but Mickey is a camera ham. She'd come into the view of the camera. She likes attention. All right, she knows, right? But there's something moving in here. If it's a raccoon and you disturb it, it's gonna growl. And I don't like their growls. See, I wouldn't throw this out. I'll just fold it up. It's army, it's good camouflage tarp. So basically what I'm doing is I'm rescuing some wood for, like I said, minor miscellaneous. There's a window that came out that needs to be reframed back in, assuming that my son didn't throw out the window, not realizing that, okay, not realizing, and then of course, if there was spring cleanup, this board would have went out. But we don't have spring cleanup. Not for this kind of shit. No, what we have is gang stalkers that like to use this kind of shit against the residents of their district so they can manipulate the politics around it. This is a good piece of wood. Okay? See this kind of stuff. I need this, and my son is throwing it out. He doesn't understand what I need it for. And like I said, I think I got one more year where I'll be able to finish what I want to finish because I won't be doing food prep, people. You see, that's the thing. Yeah. So that gives me time. Stuff like this is good to keep, to as a, you know, to brace something. You hammer in some good nails and it just helps to add strength. I don't know, there was something moving around in here. Like, seriously, man. See, here's these. I don't know. Let me go put this camera away and just work in this corner. Well, the goal is to start clearing out this crap. Now, I didn't do all this. Some of this my son did. But I was right anyway, don't worry about it. Honestly, people, I don't know what the hell's crawling around in here. I don't know if it's a cat. or a raccoon, because if it's a raccoon and I'm poking sticks in there and shit, it's not growling at me, it's not doing anything, it's just moving. Like, fuck, man. And to think I was in there yesterday. Right? That's what I mean. I can't see shit. I'm just grabbing, clearing out. But it's in there somewhere. It's moving. I'm afraid it's gonna jump out at me. Well, throwing things in there, but it's not making a sound. So I can't determine. I don't know what it is. I just know it keeps moving in there. I'm afraid it will just get mad and jump out at me. These raccoons they got terrible teeth. Oh yeah. I'm trying to scare it away. Whatever it is. But it's sitting quiet. I don't think it's a cat. If it was Mickey, Mickey would come out, man. Like, seriously. This is bad. Oh. And of course this damn branch is in my way, which makes it worse. But I'm making headway, right? But I'm afraid to go in there, because I don't know where it is. It's hiding out and staying real quiet. And look, don't tell me this guy isn't busting up his fence, for his freaking garden. That's exactly, if you notice, it's just getting bigger and bigger. And somebody stepped on this, because it's easy to walk in. He can grab any flower pot he wants. Right? Because this is where I keep this one. Do you see? Over here? That's where I want to get to. Put everything away. Okay? Oh, but this thing keeps moving. And I don't know what it is. I need to know what it is. It's scaring the shit out of me. Unless it finally ran away. I don't know. It's scary. It's scary. I mean, it can jump out anytime. Here, keep this handy. Let's see. You know, if it's a raccoon, it's curled up somewhere. Maybe I don't know. If it was a mother with babies, she'd be growling like a bitch right now. You would scare the pants off you. Oh yeah, they're worse than a dog. Okay. I think it went away. I think. I don't know. I'm not too sure. That's where I need to get to. Do you see? Right? I'm such a bad person, as if I don't know how to keep things organized. Yeah, hopefully. Here's fence piece. Leave it to my son, he'll throw it away. Right? Might need them. Who knows? Here's another one. Again, I don't know where this raccoon is. Or, I'm assuming it's a raccoon. What else would it be? It can't be a snake. Oh, come on, man. This is what he does. He busts up the fence. More and more. Okay. Now remember, I haven't been out here for a couple of years. Right? You know, in part because of Amari. In part because I wanted to finish up with the food prep. That's why I was going to come out this year. I don't need to do food prep no more. I'm sick of fucking food prep. Serious, I want to get back into my old videos where I'm opening up cans of jarred homemade, whatever I made. You know, meat from 2013, right? And do a little video on that. If that meat is so good you don't even know. Okay, this thing was moving around here, but maybe it's gone now because, do you hear anything? Oh my God. Now I have a brown tar. I'm not throwing these away. If I do anything with them, I'll sell them. If you know what I mean? Right? It looks like nobody wants to use the greenhouse, nothing happening, nothing moving. Then yeah, I'll just gather up. I prefer to put them in here clean, but see, I'm afraid. Because this thing could be hiding at the very bottom in there. I don't think it's a rat. That's not their living conditions. That's not what they like. No. So some of these are getting old. Oh yeah, so those can go. But this is the corner I wanted to get into. That's why I say I didn't mind working under the tree. I'm nice and dry. It could come pouring down. Do you hear it? There, you see it's moving around again, man. Like, where is it? What the hell? Oh, maybe it's their thing that they put up flapping in the wind. Maybe that's what I mean. No, I'm pretty sure I heard it in here. Either or. I'm gonna have smoke. And then I'm just gonna pull out all these old rotten things. I'm gonna clean it up in here real nice. I told Andre I'm staying out till dark. I'm not talking to my son about too much of anything. Right? He can do what he wants. I'll do what I want. I will make sure I go grab that. Oh my god. This thing behind me needs to be braced up. It's an old pellet. So I need to stick underneath there. There. Just wedge it in for now. See? Somebody walking in here. Oh, blackberry bushes. See? My hands too damp. Here it smells good though. Smells like dirt because of the pine needles. Oh yeah, actually smells really good. Smells like the way soil is supposed to smell. Nature's finest. Yeah. Oh yeah. Brings me back to being a kid, walking through the forest and shit. Because I didn't just play at the ocean, you know. I also played in the fucking forest. You know what I'm saying? Looking for something. Always was looking for something. Okay, that's just temporary. Alright, so hold on. Yeah, I could sell some of these planter pots, people. Seriously. Nobody has a right to take this away from me. This one I would use. That's the bottom for a big planter pot that's being taken out of my yard. But some of these other ones in here, like I said, normally I like to wash these things before I put them away. But, you know, I didn't have time last year or whatever, right? So, and it's not like I didn't use them. And when I do use them, I do. Now this is no good. Oh my god. It's been sitting here a long time. Now this is the stuff that would go out in spring cleanup. Now this camera might wear out. Do you see this? Or do you see? That's what you call rotten wood. Alright? That I have no problem throwing it out. As a matter of fact, I wanted it to be in here last year and clear this all out. I wanted to take whatever was up against the tree here and put it in the hen house area. I wanted to clean this whole area out. But one, I didn't have the stamina. Well, that was the big one. Right? And I just didn't have the time, people, because, you know, just whatever, everyday, daily grind that I got going with Amari, and, you know, I'm struggling with my eyes, and I wanted to really just finish up with the food prep and be done with it. Like, be done with it, and I'm done with it now. But I paid a big price for it. Now, some of these things I want, so I'm going to take the ones I want, and I'm going to put them over here, and I'm going to put them in the hen house here. The ones that I don't want, right, I'm going to chuck them out. So, you know, and I'm already prepared to go to freaking Home Depot and spend money for new wood with 2x10s being one of them, assuming that's what my son wants to do, because, you know, that's his turf now. God forbid if I piss him off. What are you doing? Why are you coming in with more wood? Didn't you learn your lesson with the city last time this shit happened? Fuck no, I like it. Just leave it. Let the dirt fall all over the place. I don't care. Fuck off. Oh. Fuck off! Ugh. So maybe, oh man, this smells so good in here. You don't even know. As a matter of fact, I need buckets. Yeah, because I see pine needles all over the place. Well, spruce needles all over here. Clearly not rainbow. this little bucket, does it crack? No. So for me, even though it's looking like that, do you see? Should I smear it on my face and make you not afraid of it? You know what I'm saying? Don't judge me because I got a dirty fucking bucket here. No, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this bucket and I see some beautiful pine needles over there. And I'll put my hand in there and I'll feel around. If it feels like there's shit in there, I ain't touching it. If it feels like it's nothing but pine needles, it's going in here. And then I'm gonna sprinkle it somewhere else. Because this is gold when it comes to this kind of shit, when you're dealing with trying to build up the land and, you know, and just, or whatever, right? So the only way I can get rid of these pieces of wood, and this is a nice one, that one could be a walking stick. Moa's walking stick, okay? That's Moa's walking stick. Goes all the way up almost to my head. Oh yeah, that's a nice. Yeah, so if it's like that, get rid of it. It's been sitting in water for too long. That's what I say. Last year I wanted to do this. Right? You know, why wouldn't I? But nobody helps me with a lot of shit around here, so there's only one me. I can only do so much stuff at one time. Now these ones are basically dry. So these are good. Those are good. I'll put those in the greenhouse. Not in the greenhouse, in the hen house area. But I would prefer to put these things in washed. These ones I don't need to wash because they've been fairly protected. Nice, you can see they're actually quite nice, right? Here, right? Yeah, I prefer to put things away washed. In other words, I wash it first. You hear the rain? Look at that. Is the rain bothering me? Hell no. Not at all. Not at all. As a matter of fact, I don't mind it. No. Now this is nice metal rod. You never know when you need something strong and sturdy to brace something up. Just to give it that little extra support. So we don't want to throw that out. But because my son doesn't build things like I do, I don't know what this is, but it can just all go. We're sitting in the water. Alright. Now it looks like we've got a nice black bucket. Whoa, this is hot. I love my black buckets. Oh yeah. One, they're city friendly. That's a big one. Oh yeah. And two, they're just nice. I like them. So I never throw out my black buckets, ever. And this is a nice big one. Oh my god. This is really nice. Yeah. Been hiding out here for years. Yeah. My son would be like, where did you get all that from? I'd be like, never mind. Oh god, this is a nice bucket. This is like a fucking six gallon bucket, people. This bucket I'm bringing into my house. I'm gonna wash this bucket. Look at this. It doesn't leak. I just poured out water. Look at that. I might even have a lid that fits it. So I'm gonna make sure I rinse this off today. And I'm gonna bring it inside. And I'm gonna take it in the bathtub. I'm gonna give it a good disinfect. And I'm gonna use it for food storage or something. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I don't know if that was recording or what. What happened here? Well, I knocked it, that's why. So either it turned off on its own or I turned it off by accident. I don't know. I was talking. Hopefully it was recording. Yeah. So I'm working on it in here. Getting a little headway. These I don't like to replace. Do you see this? This is primo stuff. I have other videos talking about it. So here's my little white bucket that's not broken yet, even though some people would say get rid of it. For me, it works for what I need right now. This is where I have to be careful. This is flapping around, but it's something that could maybe be used for something later, right? You know, it costs $5 at Home Depot, whatever. Yeah. These I don't like to throw out because you never know, right? Like I said, Leia may come, you know, Kyrie, maybe I give him one each and, you know, put some seeds in it and give it some water and let's see what grows, you know? Same thing like this. Okay, so I don't know if the SD card is full because it should be 28 gigabytes, right? It seems to be recording. So I guess the battery life of this, which I can't even get out of this camera. I tried to pull it out the other day. No way. It's stuck in there hardcore. So I'm going to have to go on Facebook Marketplace and see if I can purchase another one. I know I've got something in my sewing room, but I don't know. Some of them are kind of broken, right? One, I don't know if it works okay, but it has a little spot on the lens or something within the camera itself. So when I do recordings, there's this, sometimes, it's light. So if it's up against something dark, you can see it. That's why I kind of retired that, but I may have dropped it a few times too, so I don't know. Yes, Amari, I know. So anyway, I'm inside now. I stayed outside until dark. I was working mainly under the tree, right? It worked very well. And then a little bit in the greenhouse, which protected me from the rain. I love that greenhouse, man. Every time I go in there, it doesn't matter. It's just got the best aura possible. You don't even know. The air is just so, I don't know, electrified and alive. It's nice. And then when I moved around, I took out a lot of the old wood that's been sitting there for years and years and years and years and years. And these are like construction lumber, right? So it's, it doesn't deteriorate very, very easily. But I'm glad it's gone now, but it's just what it's done though, what's happening here is we're opening up spots for raccoons to do whatever raccoons like to do. So, but it's making some space for my son to put something there or whatever, so that's good. But the fence is falling down. I'm noticing the boards are popping off where my wood is for the fire pit, right? So, and I'm noticing the wood dropping. I swear those people next door are taking my firewood. Oh yeah, I do think so. I've been thinking it for a couple of years now because the wood just keeps dropping and the boards are moving, right? First it was like this, now it's like this with a big gap of a whole bunch of wood gone from their side. So I don't know how I'm going to repair that because I need to go to the other side of the fence and run the boards and run the chicken wire, right? So when I see that dude, I'll ask him about it. Yes, okay, what? Are you calling Nana? I hear you. I know. There's Andre. Nana will be in there soon enough.
It's rice with vegetables in it.
I'll eat anything right now.
Sausage.
I'll eat anything, as long as he's got enough to spare.
I'm just telling you. He said he does.
Okay, good.
Rice with vegetables in it.
Yeah.
Sausage. It looks like.
Yeah.
And dumplings.
Oh, good. That's great. And when we get all organized and everything, and Nana's finished with the food prep and just clean out the kitchen a bit more, we'll make food for them. We'll make the soup bowls with the beef stew
and do that chef salad.
And we'll do another chef salad. Okay, I'm doing a video, and Amari's fussing. So just please, he can have some of that food. Can you just let me just finish my video? Because I'm kind of tired.
I was just telling you.
I know. I'm really hardwired right now, okay? I'm working like a mad Dickens out there, believe it or not.
Are you going back out tomorrow?
Yes, I am. I'm going out every day. For the next 5, 6, 7 days. Yeah. I got a lot to do still, right? I'm taking advantage of the situation. Oh, you've been around too long, piece of wood. I don't like the way you look. Can you handle me stepping on you? And if you snap, you're garbage. But I went into the hen house area. I scored. I put some wood in there a long time ago. They're 2x4s. They're not nothing fancy. Like they're just, it's not too long, right? There's not a whole pile, but there's quite a few of them. Nice and bone dry, looking really nice. And when I was putting the woods in there, as I was putting wood in there, yes, we know, I'd wash them. I like them washed. But I put a few more pieces in there temporarily until I can wash them. Just the ones that can, I think like are a hardwood, right? Because they last a long time. So, and it was nice and dry pretty much in there too. I mean, it's not perfect, but it was nice too. I had a really nice feeling in there. So, and there's enough things for the boys to do, honestly. You're going to be sorting out the little playhouse, well, the hen box, whatever you want to call it. We started off, you and I, when you were little, making a playhouse.
This is the potato, right?
Yes, it is. It's the sweet potato. Are you going to give them some food? Okay, yeah, do that, please. And then whatever we got coming up tonight.
Because it doesn't have a smell.
Yeah, I know. You got them all together, right?
Hmm?
You got them all together, right? You're not mixing. Don't be taking no old containers.
No, this is the new one.
Yeah, okay.
There is not even a single old container in that fridge, anyways.
I don't know. There might be on the bottom. Anyway, let me finish the video because these things drag out. Yeah, no, the boys got lots to do. They can clean out the nesting box or the little playhouse, whatever it is, whatever they want to call it, and they can store their stuff in there, or other things could be stored in there, and they get to sort. They get to take everything out and decide if there's anything in there that they want to use for their fort, which will be Mr. Lace's cat house, which is great, right? And then if we don't want it, well, we'll either put it on the road or we'll chuck it, one or the other. And it'll be nice and clean, and they can put their basketball in there or whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Stuff like that would be good. As well as, you know, the woods that I have. Because, okay. So, and it's nice. It's nice. I like it. It felt really good to be in there. And I'm glad it's built. I myself, personally, because it was nice. So I worked between those, and then any rotten wood and whatever, that kind of crap, I just kind of took it over. And you know what? I'm telling you, I was sliding in the mud.
Today?
Yeah. Yeah. It's really muddy.
Yeah, and really heavy one, too.
So what's going to happen is when summer comes, it's going to be very dusty. And then it... But besides that point, I might try and throw some grass seed on it. Chances of it growing, it won't, because it's basically landfill. I've never been successful to have grass grow where it's just a mud pit. Like, seriously, I was slipping and sliding in it. Yeah. But it's okay. Something will grow back. More than likely weeds first before well, there is no grass. The grass pretty much died, right? Because it just never was, it's always been a problem. That's why I transplanted grass when I first started off with this crap, and people's properties would be torn apart. I'd go there, gather this, gather that, and I'd see patches of grass. I'd cut out patches of grass, and I'd come home with patches of grass with about that much dirt after, and then I'd carry and I'd put down. And so I had grass for a little while. Yeah, you're getting some food, but now it's basically back to mud. Wait till Mark Hain walks around in it tomorrow, and because he's sick, right? So he didn't come out tonight when he got home from work, and that's fine, right? Because I'm doing my gig here, right? And he'll be sliding and slipping and sliding, whooshing and washing. Oh yeah. And then he'll say, ooh, and I'll be like, shut up, don't talk to me. You don't talk to me, right? Right? At least I tried to fix the problem. You know, it was kind of fixed for a while, but it never did last. And now you know why you don't need to be making the problem bigger by making more dirt available to the elements, because otherwise you're just asking for problems. Because that's what I'm saying. If it wouldn't have been like that, if it would have been a backyard full of freaking grass, do you honestly think I would have built all the things I built? No, God, no. Do you honestly think that if I had proper sheds and that kind of crap, I would have went off and built them? No. Right? It was by necessity. Oh, yeah. So anyway, some of that wood that he threw out in those terms of, in terms of peach drink, I really like that peach drink. I need to promote this company. Mm-hmm. Mm.
I made it earlier.
That's great. Oh yeah, the one that I made it. I bought peas from them before, dried organic peas and that kind of crap, a long time ago. And anyway, I bought the peach. I ordered cherry. I think cherry crystal powder, 25 pounds. It was like $109, eh? But it never arrived. And I bought a whole bunch of arrowroot flour powder, right, to make arrowroot cookies with almond, ground up almonds for Murray, right? Anyway, the cherry drink never came, so I contacted the company and I let them know I didn't get it. What is that? His food?
Yeah.
Okay, well, from what I can see, it looks good.
That's if I set up a warm on the PC for me like a little bit early.
Pardon me?
I set up a warm on the PC for me to wake up at 9:30.
I don't know. I didn't hear
I
it.
a little bit earlier.
My ears aren't working right. So anyway, he reimbursed me my money, gave me back my $109, and then he said he didn't have any peach, but he was willing to give me he didn't have any cherry left, right? And he was wanting to give me a free 25 pounds of cherry drink. I said, oh, okay. And oh boy, it's so good. So good. I like it. Do you like the peach?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. And didn't cost.
It's like really cold from the fridge.
Mm-hmm.
Put some ice in it.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be good.
Mm-hmm. It didn't cost me anything. Guy gave it to me for free.
You felt bad.
And they have grape and all that other stuff. So eventually I'm going to order some grape. And I got peach enough now for a little while anyway. But it's really, really good. So yeah, it's really muddy out there. Like extremely muddy. Nobody cares about that.
There's going to be a lot of dust in summer.
Yeah, there's going to probably be a lot of dust.
So basically a dust storm in there.
It's going to be a dust farm. Yeah.
I said storm.
Yeah. Yeah, and that shit flies because it's really gritty, right? And it crawls. When it rains, oh my God, it just crawls. That's why I did what I did. But we could buy some, I don't know, honestly, I don't know if grass would grow on it. I've tried planting.
We can buy some what, fake grass?
No, not fake. Although that's probably a good idea, but no, that wouldn't be because you'd have to clean it all the time. I've tried grass seeds before. It doesn't work.
We did that last year.
Because it doesn't. You're not dealing with soil. That's what I tell my son. Like, don't get it out of your head.
We did that like a couple years ago now, and that did not work.
No, I know because you need.
That grass came out dead.
I know because grass needs soil, not landfill. It's all landfill.
Fan was bone dry.
The soil washed away. When I came in with my sod from busted up neighbors' houses, that soil has already washed away. So, okay, so I'm going to leave this video now. I'll bring out the camera tomorrow and we'll pick up. I think it's important that I document it. How am I feeling? Well, obviously I got pressure. Huh?
Probably tired.
Well, I'm wound up. I'm really wound up because I kept a really steady pace and my hands started to get cold because, I got wet and everything was wet, right? I got and I was slipping and, I'm going from spot to spot to spot and, I have a system. I'm pretty good at it, right? And, the last half an hour, no, you're dirty, you're wet, keep pushing, but I want to go inside. No. It's not dark enough yet. Wait until it gets dark, then go in, because, every minute out there counts. You know what it's like, Judy? You could be out there 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it would still never be enough. So, get your half an hour on. So I did that. And I'm just going to suck it up. And now I might not get out until 12 because I think tomorrow, see, it's really hard for me to eat and then go outside and work because I just get sluggish.
I'm going to wake up a little bit early, so if you want to, I can make it early.
Huh?
If you're hungry, I can make you food
It's not about being hungry because I don't normally eat in the morning anyway. Like, you know, that's...
Yeah, usually just have a coffee and just buy.
Yeah, you know, it's... Right, I don't look after myself that way. You know, and I don't want to get sluggish. Food is like a sleeping pill, oftentimes, for me. Right? What's that?
I said, when you have like one of those oatmeal bars, then yeah, probably that'll be different. Take some of those out there. Knock on those.
No. Anyway, it's only for, I don't know how long, but for a while anyway.
Till next Saturday.
I will just keep working for a bit until I can't work no more. Right? I'm pretty sure I can go back out tomorrow because I kind of just want to pick up where I left off. You know what I mean? I'm putting a real, like, 150% effort into this. And I'm taking advantage of it now that the bin is there and I'm paying for the shit anyway. And a lot of this stuff that I'm doing, I would have had to do in the spring and summer, and I would have done it. Right? So for that, I guess I'm happy that I don't have to do it now. And there is enough stuff out there for the boys to do in terms of sorting out crap, deciding what we're going to keep, what we're not going to keep. You can work in the greenhouse. You can learn how to plant a few things this year, maybe coming up. I have little hydroponic kits and stuff. I don't know where it is, but I do. I bought them, so I got a little kit with the tubes and everything, so they can muck around with that, and they can fix up the Mr. Lace's cat house, put on the little vinyl siding that I have there for that. They can paint it. They can raccoon proof it better. Right? So that's good. They can help me with the X Club. They can paint the rabbit hutch. That's good. Right? I bought metal paint, like canned spray paint for metal and whatever, because I was going to, or cement or whatever, because I was going to work on the pond, and, you know, as we were going about, I was going to spray paint and just make it nice, right? So, I mean, and I've got paint in a can, a couple of cans kicking around anyway. A lot of cans just got chucked out, but besides that point. So, you know, assuming that everything goes okay in terms of getting evicted, right? It should be okay. And then I got all those kits, kids' kits, you know, growing crystal kit, a volcano kit, a couple of little science kits, probably electronics kits. I have like 4 or 5 of them for the boys to do outside. Plus I've got the microscopes in the X Club, and we're going to gut the X Club. And I don't know if I'll ever be able to do anything about the leaky roof, but I'll worry about that when that time comes. So they got microscopes to fool around with if they want, right? Which I would encourage them to look in a microscope. They can go around and look under, like, I'll show them how to do it, right? And it won't be running off, riding your bike with Jude down the road, just hanging on the streets. If he doesn't want to come and help do the things around here, Andre, you're not going. Because that's what happened last year. Right? You were supposed to do things. He didn't want to do it. And instead, you were just doing other shit. Not this year. This year, if I say you're painting the rabbit hutch, you're painting the rabbit hutch. If I say you're mowing the grass, you're mowing the grass. If I say you're sorting out this, you're sorting out that. That's all getting done first. Oh, yeah, but the hen house area, if you guys pull out whatever's in that little playhouse, there might be stuff in there you might want for your fort. I don't know. But after that, you can put your, like, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay, end of video.